everybody, and welcome back to 10-Minute Reviews. This is Freya, I'm Jason, and I'm bringing you today's episode. We're bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. For every like, she's going to get a belly rub. For every subscribe, you're going to get 10 belly rubs. She'll get 10 belly rubs. So this is our family channel. It's a passion project, so please subscribe, guys. We've got a lot of videos coming out. We talk about a lot of authors, a lot of books. So for today, I want to go back into the wink wink nudge nudge genre, the adult genre. The thing about the adult genre books, the harem or harem lit books, is that's more of a subcategory. They still fall within a main genre, be it mystery, thriller, sci-fi, action, lit RPG, fantasy. And these authors, some of these authors are absolutely fantastic. The ones I talk about are ones you could rip out the adult pages straight out of the book and you still have a fantastic book left over. So for this one, I want to talk about Harmon Cooper and Cherry Blossom Girls. I'm going to talk about book one. As always, I'm going to talk about four things. I'm going to talk about the world. I'm going to talk about the characters. I'm going to talk about the plot. I'm going to talk about the writing style. So, Cherry Blossom Girls. Now, this is interesting. So, the world is modern times-ish. The way it's couched, it's slightly in the future, and because of that slightly in the future aspect of it, with a little bit slightly higher tech, it's tough to say if it's just our world in a slight future or if it is like an alternate reality of our world, like a modern times adjacent type of world. It's kind of tough to tell. He does kind of have a few tongue-in-cheek phrases of how the world might continue on. For instance, when he needs to order something and have it arrive really fast, he orders it from eBay Amazon. When he needs to take a cab, he just calls an Uber Lyft. When they stop at a generic store to buy some stuff, they stop at a Walmacy's. The government is the FCG, used to be the U.S. government, but they finally bowed to reality and changed their name to the federal corporate government. So he's got some tongue-in-cheek jokes in there. Theoretically, it's just a regular world. There are some odd elements, but those are actually part of the plot. We're going to get into that in a minute. As far as the main characters go, the main character is Gideon. He's a writer. I believe he kind of counts himself as a lit RPG type of writer. And then you've got the other two sort of mainish side characters. You've got Grace, and you've got, I can't tell if it's Veronica or Veronica, just based on the spelling. And they're both genetically altered, probably cybernetically, it's hard to say, but they're your altered super soldier experiments, basically. And that leads into the plot. So the writer, Gideon, he's just having a normal day and he gets a knock on his door and there's a naked girl. And again, this is harem, so of course she's going to be naked. And she collapses, he has to help her. And so as he's exploring, he discovers one, she has a USB port in the back of her head. That's not normal. I'm not too sure how familiar you guys might be with the backs of your heads, but you do not have a USB port back there. I'm just saying. And then he also discovers that, well, she can shapeshift. And do it pretty... The way she shapeshifts is pretty incredible. So this is where you start getting into almost a superhero type genre as well. In fact, that's what I would put this at. I would put this as harem lit within the superhero genre. I'm very, very, very much looking forward to reading the rest of the books in the series. There's quite a few of them. So once he managed to open a dialogue with her, she not only can shapeshift, she can also control minds, which is pretty cool as far as things go. So once they start to get to know each other, he manages to tap into the USB port and discovers she's a super soldier that escaped, or she's a super soldier experiment that escaped. And this also has lit RPG elements because her abilities, her powers are within her files in her hard drive. And he can adjust them, sliding scales. He can make her invisible, he can make her shapeshifting less or more, her mental powers less or more, there's some categories. Pretty incredible. Along with it, he actually stumbled across his own picture in her hard drive, which is a recurring mystery through the first book. It's never answered. Now, unfortunately, she's being tracked. They want their super soldier back. And so the first one they come across is another super soldier, Veronica. And she is, I'm not going to say the name of a copyrighted character from Marvel, but she can control metal. She can control metal. She has a few other powers, but she can control metal. She's also a life vampire, basically, but via touch. But mostly, she can control metal. And she also has a USB port. And it doesn't take long after he's met her. He already had his he already had his Grace now, and his Veronica too. So yeah, that's where it's definitely, you got your adult situations, and it's definitely turning into a harem. Now again, if you rip those adult sequences out of the book, you would still have an absolutely fantastic little adventure novel. It's great writing. Harmon Cooper writes really, really well. So that is the remainder of the first book, is them trying to survive these attacks, go to the main facility. Veronica gets kidnapped, go to the main facility, destroy the main facility, manage to defeat the big bad super soldier that's kicking their butts throughout the whole book. Meanwhile, Gideon is trying to write this whole thing, couch it as a book, and release it out there to try and get the word out there of what is going on. And that's kind of how the first book sort of ends. That first snippet of his book makes it out there, and he starts getting messages from people with more information and more facilities that they can go check out and hopefully destroy. So that leads to the epic road trip that kind of ends book one. Now, as far as Harmon Cooper's writing style, extremely, extremely entertaining. Very easy reads, a lot of fun. There is a lot of exposition, but it's done in a very, very entertaining way, and it's not super, super wordy. Unlike most of the books I like, this character is not snarky. He's got his moments, but he's not snarky. He's not sarcastic. Really, the two women are far more sarcastic and snarky than him, and they're really not all that much anyway. He's also a little bit more introspective, cowardly. I'd almost go so far as to say he's borderline emo. But he's still a fun character. Still fun. He makes a lot of mistakes that he just chalks up to, well, this first time I've ever run from a secret government facility. And secret soldiers and secret mercenary groups and secret superhumans, so I don't know a lot about this. That's pretty fair. And some of his mistakes are, pretty easily made. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun within the harem genre. If you guys like this stuff, you gotta check it out. After you hit the like and subscribe buttons, of course, go check out Harmon Cooper's Cherry Blossom Girls. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.